aqui mais romântico.
Hello and welcome to Olympic Dispatch by Skimo Gold. This is the premier podcast and YouTube show for ski mountaineering interviews and race analysis. Today is, of course, February 19th, and that means it is the first day that Skimo has been part of the Olympics. It's a big day in the little world of Skimo. If you're like me and you've been into the sport for a long time, hey, here we are, something to celebrate. And if you're just finding out about the sport, maybe you just watched those races, maybe you saw it on Peacock or the BBC or Olympics.com or wherever, and you're interested in learning more, welcome. Here we are, Skimo. It's a great sport. You ski uphill and then you ski back down. You can do it like the athletes you see in the Olympics in these short, fast, all-out, highly skilled ways. Or you can do it alone out there on the resort, just finding your way up the ski hill. You can do it with friends in the backcountry on a tour. You can do it in a very technical sense, up in the mountains, on peaks and ridge lines and couloirs. So many ways to engage in the great sport of ski mountaineering. And like I said, welcome to the sport. We've been doing interviews every day throughout the Olympics on Skimo Gold. So if you're just finding this, go back, find out those interviews with medal contenders, find interviews with a bunch of the Team Italy athletes. Go back to yesterday's episode. We gave you an introduction to Team USA. Listen to our interviews with commentator for NBC, Max Valverde, and with analyst extraordinaire, Katie Friend. We've got so much stuff for you here. So if you're new to the sport, welcome and check it all out on the podcast player, on YouTube, on Instagram, at Skimo Gold. Lots of stuff out there for you to learn about this sport. Today's episode is an interview with Tatjana Paller. She is a German athlete. She is a contender in the sprint race, and who knows, maybe you already saw the sprint race and you're going back. I'm recording this before the race happened, so I don't know how Tatjana is going to do, but I think she's got a chance to be right up there with our other female sprint athletes who we've interviewed, like Emily Harrop of France, like Giulia Murata of Italy, like Alba de Silvestro of Italy as well, and of course, like Anna Gibson of Team USA. So go back, check out those interviews, and I think you're really going to enjoy this one with Tatjana. I really enjoyed getting to know her. It was great to learn about her experience as a top-level cyclist before shifting to Skimo. It was great to hear her perspective on the Olympics and so much more. So big thanks to Tatjana for talking with me for Skimo Gold. Big thanks also to the brands that are allowing us to provide daily episodes throughout the entire Olympics period. It's a lot of work for us, and we couldn't do it without these brands. Skimo starts with skiing uphill, and if you've never seen it before, the product, the tool that allows you to ski uphill is called the climbing skin. If you look behind me right here on the YouTube, you'll see these fancy, flashy, bright pink climbing skins from Pomoca. They're what I've been using for well over 15 years. It's the same brand used by many of the top athletes in the world. So please check out Pomoca climbing skins. I also recommend you explore Dynafit. You will see Dynafit products on many of the top athletes. Look for that. Look for a helmet like that. It's black and white. It says Dynafit on it. You'll see those at the top level as you watch Skimo World Cup and similar events. You'll also see their flashy pink Dynafit race skis. Those things are awesome. You'll see the full carbon fiber boots. These things are if you haven't seen high level Skimo gear, the boots really are something else. They're light, they're stiff, they weigh literally about as much as a running shoe and allow you to ski very fast uphill and also very fast downhill. So, Dynafit, some of the best stuff out there. Please check out trainingpeaks.com/Skimo Gold to find Training Peaks. That is the one platform I've been using every day as a coach and athlete for over a decade. Really, it's the best platform out there. So trainingpeaks.com/Skimo Gold. Please also check out revantacreatine.com/Skimo Gold. Put in code Skimo Gold, all caps, to get a great 10% discount on Revanta Creatine by Neuro Reserve. And finally, please be sure to check out Camp. This is the 130-year-old Italian gear brand that makes so many of the trick accessories that are enjoyed by Skimo athletes and alpinists and trail runners and mountaineers. They're based in the small towns of Italy where the Olympics is occurring, and they make fantastic stuff. So please check out Camp. All right, folks, it's time to roll. Happy Olympics Day for the Skimo community. Big thanks to Tatjana Paller. Really enjoyed this interview. Time to roll on Skimo Gold. Tatjana, welcome to Skimo Gold. It's so good to be here with you today. I always enjoy watching you on the World Cup with your team Germany speed suit, and we have the yellow that makes it easy to find. And now I've seen on Instagram, you have the yellow hooded sweatshirt for Team Germany going to the Olympics. So exciting. Congratulations on that. When you were a child, were you looking up to any athletes? I know I had some favorite German athletes: Wolfgang Dietrich in the '80s in the Ironman, and then Jan Ulrich in the Peloton, Jens Vogt. Who were you looking up to when you were a child?
So that's a good question. When I was a child, I was used to go a lot of alpine skiing. So I think my biggest idol was Lindsey Vonn.
All right. So cool. And of course, Lindsey Vonn is back, I think, to the Olympics this year. She's dominating the alpine scene again. Are you hoping maybe? Do you think you might try to go watch Lindsey compete, or maybe even you get to meet her?
Yeah, this would be so cool. But I actually don't know exactly on which date they are racing. And I think they are also not in Bormio. They are in Cortina, I guess. So I'm not sure if it's possible, but I would really like.
Well, let's go back a little bit. Tell us about your history in cycling, Tatjana.
As a child, I was a alpine skier, but then I missed something. I missed to push myself so much. And in alpine skiing, we did a lot of cycling in the summer. And so I found out that it's better for me to do maybe an endurance sport. And so I really fall in love with cycling. At first I started with mountain biking, but then I always crashed because I had not the technical skills. And so I decided to try it more on the road and on the track. And it's together, like it's the same national team, road and track together for the juniors. And yeah, then I had a so nice time in the national team. I did some road races, but more track races. And the track was better for me. And yeah, it was a really nice time. But anyway, the fire was not the same like on the beginning. And I really felt that it's time for something new because I also missed so much the winter, the snow, the mountains, because we were like 4 times a year on Mallorca, but always just cycling and always just in the hot. And
Mm,
so I said, come on, it's time for something
yeah.
new.
Good for you. And
Yeah.
at what age did you switch to Skimo, and how was that transition?
So I think it was when I was 24, something like this. And yeah, the transition was pretty quick, I think, because I made my last cycling race. It was the military world championships in Wuhan in China in October. And I didn't stop training. I just made the same training and the same intervals my coach wrote me in cycling. I just tried to make the same on skis. And it was not so bad in the end. And then I made the first ski more races just maybe 2, 3 months later. And yeah, I really fell in love so much with this sport, and it was more made for me because I can be always in the mountains and not on the roads, and always outside. Because in track cycling, you're also a lot of
Mm.
inside, and I love to be outside. And yeah, it was a perfect for me, and I was so happy with this decision.
Wow, thank you for sharing. I'm glad that you're getting to spend that time outdoors and having the intensity of the intervals in the training, but also that connection with nature is so important. And I think that's it, the same intervals, kind of same training, skiing, biking, maybe even for other people who do running, some of these systems that we're training are the same, and then we need the special skills for Skimo, which of course you have developed. As you think back on those last 6 or so years of Skimo, Tatjana, what are some of the highlights of your time in Skimo so far?
That's a good question. I think from my racing career, for sure the highlight was the bronze medal at the World Championship last year because I was so many times so close to the podium but never on the podium. So was really like a big dream and like it's possible finally. And so for sure this was the highlight of my racing career. But for the sport, I did so beautiful ski tours at my home on some mountains away from the slopes. I
Mm.
really enjoy it a lot. So there's not just one highlight. There are so hundred of highlights, I think. So, but also the ski tours in the sunset, I really like a lot. So that's always a highlight, I think.
Oh, I love it. Yes, ski touring at sunrise or at sunset is
Yes, me,
wonderful with
I'm
the
team
alpenglow
sunset.
shining all around us. Yeah, okay. Team sunset. I'm more team sunrise. I have two
Ah,
kids,
okay.
and in the
Ah,
evening I have all this kid stuff to do. But
okay.
I love to be out
Okay.
in the morning. Folks, this is Travis Macy. I host the Skimo Gold podcast. I also own Macy Endurance Coaching. And with my coaching, the only platform I've been using for well over a decade is Training Peaks. You can check out trainingpeaks.com/Skimo Gold for a free trial today, whether you're an athlete or a coach or both. Like me. With Training Peaks, thorough data and comprehensive communication provide a foundation for person first, highly tailored coaching. Training Peaks allows all of this to happen seamlessly and efficiently. There's so many great features at Training Peaks. One thing I find myself doing almost every day is accessing an athlete's training log. I then click on a specific workout item. I get a window that pops up with the initial data, sort of an overview. On that overview, I see a smiley face scale telling me how they felt. I also see a very nice RPE scale that goes further into that. I can see the notes that they've given me on what they consumed, how they felt, how they liked the workout, so on and so forth. And then what I really like is I click a button that says Analyze, and I go to a nice page that has a graph that gives me the elevation profile, the heart rate, the cadence, the power. In Skimo, I'm looking at things like VAM and vertical gain per interval and for the entire workout. It's all there in one place. I also love looking at the lower right on that screen and looking at the peaks. What was the peak power for 30 seconds or a minute or 5 minutes or an hour? What were the peak heart rate and speed over similar intervals? All this stuff I cannot get on a spreadsheet, and I need a platform like Training Peaks that also allows me to communicate with athletes in addition to all that data. So that's just a little bit about it. If you're curious, check out trainingpeaks.com/schemo You can get a free trial today. And if you're already using Training Peaks, check out one of their Skimo plans. That'll also give you 20% off a premium subscription. Again, that's trainingpeaks.com/Skimo. You came to Utah, Tatjana, for the World Cup in Solitude. How did you like that experience?
Yeah, so much. So I'm a big fan of the USA because I was also in summer in June for 3 weeks there with my family, and I had a perfect holiday. And we made
Mm.
like a trip from California, Arizona, Utah, and Las Vegas at the end. And so I'm really so much in love with this country. And then to come back there to race was so cool for me. For sure, it was not my best race. I think it was really high from the high altitude, and it's hard for me. But yeah, I still enjoyed it a lot.
Very good. I'm glad that you got to come. Back to the training a little bit. Can you tell us a bit more about how you're training now? Do you track is it the volume or the time or the vertical or the intervals? How does your training usually look maybe week to week? What's it like leading up to the Olympics? What should we know about getting ready at the highest level for skimo?
In general, it's a mix of all. So you make some relaxed, long training sessions where you can just go and let your heart rate not to get too high and enjoy. But then you have also the hard intervals where you have really to push so much to the maximum. Like also today I had this and I was lying in the snow after every, so it was really hard today. So yeah, and this
Mm,
combined with
yeah.
some gym session and yeah, that's it. For sure, you work a lot also in the summer. Like in Germany, they say the winter sports are made in the summer, so there are more hours and more trainings, but
Mm,
now it's more intense. And yeah, it's still combined with the races because for me, to race a sprint race is the best training in the world. It's better than just training because I can push harder and you can make the transitions better in the race and you can, I don't know, you get used to feel the pressure and everything. So I try to make all the World Cups
mhm.
to to prepare perfectly for the Olympics.
Very good. Can you tell us what your workout was today specifically? What type of intervals?
It was short, just always around 30 seconds, but all out. And yeah, so and some, I think, 3 times, 6 times 30 seconds. And so, yeah, I really suffered a lot.
Yeah, that's hard. And how much recovery between each 30-second push?
Just 1.5 minute between the first six and then one longer break and then six again and then six again.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Very hard. So you did 18 times 30 seconds total, all out.
Yes.
That's challenging. That's a lot of work.
Yes.
Well, that's how you get to be the best, folks.
I hope it's worth it.
How about the mental training, Tatiana? Do you do a mental performance coach? Do you do some mental training on your own, or do you just be who you are and the performance comes?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was thinking about to do something like this with a mental coach, but yeah, I tried a little, but I tried also to read like in a book for about successful sportsmen and women what they are telling about the mental thing in a competition. And I'm also talking a lot with some people. They are important for me and they try to give me some advices. And I think this is the best for me. Yes.
How does it feel to be headed to the Olympics with a bigger stage? Many people who haven't seen skimo before will be watching the sport for the first time. How does that feel, and how are you preparing for it?
Yeah, that's feeling incredible. And yeah, it's so nice. It's a so nice chance for our sport, but also for myself. And it's like a childhood dream coming true. And yeah, for sure, there will be also a lot of pressure, and you have to get used to that there are many people who want something from you, or they are asking questions, or in general, that there's so much more
Hmm.
attention on you. When you compare this to the last years, there was not so much, but I try to enjoy it because I know it will
Yeah.
never be like this time again, because it will never be that skimo is for the first time in the Olympic Games. So I really try to enjoy it and make the best out of it.
Very good. You're right. A special opportunity, for sure. Well, Tatiana, it's been very great. Final couple questions outside of Skimo. What are you interested in? I've heard maybe some academia. Maybe you have some interest in teaching. What else do you like in life?
So in general, I'm also in university for sport and economy to getting a teacher. But yeah, I will see if then in the end I will be a
Mm,
teacher or will do something else with these two things about economy and sport what I study. And but for the rest, I really love to spend time with my family and my boyfriend and my friends, and I love to travel. So it's a so cool thing about our sport that we can train almost everywhere. And so I really like to discover new places during training. Like I was so much running in USA and discovering some great
mm.
national parks during my training. And I also like so much to travel on the sea, like Corsica or Croatia, to make some water activities there. And for the rest, when I'm at home, for
Mm.
sure, sport is a big, big part of it. But apart from the mountain sport, I like also to try different sports like playing tennis, going climbing, going playing beach volleyball, something like this, like sport in general, but also not just endurance sport. Also to try something else sometimes I really like.
How nice that doing sports allows us to travel, explore, discover, find
Yes.
adventure. And yes, I encourage you with teaching. I was a teacher for a long time, and it's a great job and a great way to make a difference. I'm sure you would be a great teacher if you decide to do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, final point, Tatiana. For our listeners in Germany who speak German, would you like to tell them any kind of message about whether it's the Olympics or Skimo or anything else you'd like to say in German for those fans?
Ich hoffe, ihr habt alle Lust auf einen neuen Sport bei Olympia. Und ja, wir freuen uns über viele Zuschauer und gute Einschaltquoten. Und vielleicht könnt ihr auch selber mal das Skitouren gehen ausprobieren. Ist ein sehr toller Sport.
Tatiana, thanks so much. It's been great to get to know you a little bit. Thank you for joining us on Skimo Gold. You've done a great job with this. I'm excited to watch you in the upcoming World Cups and then, of course, in the Olympics. Wishing you the best and have a great time in Bormio 2026.
Thank you so much.
And thanks to Dina Fit and Pomoka for supporting the Skimo Gold podcast. I'm a long way from the Olympic level, but like many of you, I love getting out there skiing, downhill skiing, uphill skiing, in the resort, out of the resort. And literally every day that I'm skiing, the layers that are facing the environment for me are Dina Fit. I've got Dina Fit hard shell pants and jacket that I wear out on my downhill days or on the touring days when it's really cold. And I've also got a touring pant and jacket that I wear literally every single day when I go up there at the high elevation Monarch Mountain. It starts at 11,000 feet and goes up from there. It's pretty much always cold and windy, and I'm glad to be wearing Dynafit when I'm out there in those conditions. All right, thanks for listening to Olympic Dispatch by Skimo Gold. This is the premier podcast for ski mountaineering interviews and race analysis. Big thanks, Tatjana. Really appreciate your time. Thanks for doing the interview for Fitness and before the Olympics. I know that the audience will be very excited to see the result from Tatjana in the Olympics. As for so many of our previous guests, go back over the last couple weeks. We've been doing daily episodes since the Olympics started. You'll hear from many of the medal contenders. If you're new to Skimo and you're just learning about it today with the Olympics coverage, welcome to the sport. Welcome to our podcast. Go back and listen between now and February 21st. The mixed relay, you can learn a lot more about the medal contenders, including Team USA, who we profiled in yesterday's episode. Audience, you play a big role in our movement. Please, if you can, take a minute, share this episode with someone else, rate it and or review it on your podcast player. Hit that thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, leave us a comment on YouTube. We would absolutely love to hear from you. Please also consider supporting Skimo Gold by supporting the brands that support us. DinaFit is a brand that I'm often wearing head to toe out there when I am skiing. You'll see it on the top athletes, and I recommend you try it as well. Please also try out Pomoka climbing skins. They're pink, they're flashy, they've got great glue, and they also stick to the snow. That's Pomoka climbing skins. Please check out trainingpeaks.com/Skimo Gold, where athletes can create a free Training Peaks account with a 14-day premium trial, and coaches can create an account and start with a 7-day trial. Training Peaks is the only platform that I've been using for well over a decade as an athlete and as a coach. It has so many great features that I love. I've told you about the weather forecast. I've told you about the side-by-side athlete comparison. I've told you about the performance management charts, the communication tools. Everything is right there. I mean, literally, I couldn't do my job every day as a coach without Training Peaks. So check it out, trainingpeaks.com/Skimo Gold. Please also check out revantacreatine.com/Skimo Gold and put in code Skimo Gold, all caps. You will get to explore Revanta Creatine by NeuroReserve. It's good stuff. It's pure. It's made in the best labs. If you, like me, are concerned about cognition, strength, brain, and energy, please check out revantacreatine.com/Skimo Gold. And finally, please check out Camp. Camp has been with Skimo from the start. They are the 130-year-old Italian gear brand, and they're in the heart of Skimo. We love the team at Camp because they are racers, adventurers, and mountain people who've been supporting everything Skimo racing all over the world from the start, including this very podcast, Skimo Gold. Hey, thanks for listening, folks. It's been great to be part of this Olympic journey with you. We have 2 more Olympic Dispatch episodes coming at you. The first one will be the analysis of the sprint race. So after the sprint race, as soon as possible, I'm going to be getting with a secret team of analysts. I don't want to tell you who they are, but they are on the ground in Italy. We're going to get their perspective, and then a couple days later, after the mixed relay, we will have another analysis episode with a couple of members of Team USA talking with me about the mixed relay. So 2 more episodes coming at you here as we wrap up this Olympics coverage on Skimo Gold.